And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gym and the Crypto episode 940. Today is Tuesday, May 3rd, 2022, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10ish, you jabronis.
At 10ish, and today's top stories: Argentina's largest two banks to allow crypto trading. Bitcoin miners rebuke claims made by U.S. Democratic legislators to EPA administrator. Crypto.com slumps 30% as staking rewards are slashed, and Apecoin integrates with Polygon amid NFT mint backlash and speculation, and more. But first and foremost, Bitcoin Zay, what's going on with those prices?
Oh, yeah. So looking at our prices for today, Bitcoin's at $38,383, down 1.3% today. Ethereum at $2,835, up 0.5% today. Binance at 386, down about 0.5% today. XRP at 61 cents, up 0.8% today. Solana sitting at $87, down 0.3% today. Terra Luna at 83.72, up 0.04%. Cardano at 79 cents, up 2% today. And last but not least, rounding out the top 12, Dogecoin at 13 cents is down 0.14%. And our biggest gainers for the day, of course, something with Floki or Inu in it. Say Floki up 680%. Elon Hype up 503%. And Gojo Inu up 397%. So we hit the hat trick of bullshit of shitcoins.
Wait, did you say Elon Hype? Was that coin name?
Yeah.
Oh,
we
wow.
got a Floki, we got an Elon, we got an Inu. So we hit the trifecta of shitcoins. So enjoy yourself.
Too funny. Quick shout outs: Network FX 2111, Super Mario, Wendy Nichols, Jaron, Crypto Boy, Wyatt, Try It, Goodness. Hey, listen, Goodness, we just mentioned it. Goodness said episode 940, 60 more days, 60 more episodes, but since we don't do everyday straights on the weekends, but for sure. Chappie, Crypto Chief, that's funny. We literally just talked about that before this episode. We'll have a lot of announcements between now and then, people. Just know that. Let's see, Reno Gamble, what's going on? Good morning, Warriors. Yimmy, yo, what's the word? I was wearing a hoodie around everywhere yesterday. Even the Anchor protocol APY is down from 19%. Oh, yeah, a lot of protocols are down. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Argentina's largest two banks to allow crypto trading. That is right. It's happening as it is always. Argentina's largest bank has embraced crypto and will allow its customers to begin purchasing for crypto assets, including Bitcoin, through their accounts at the bank. People, last week, what was the theme of last week? We were telling you, we said next few weeks, there's going to be institutions popping in.
Here we go.
We got Fidelity, Goldman Sachs, and now two of the largest banks in Argentina, literally within about 5 to 6 days apart. And I'm here to tell you next week or two, there are going to be more people. Just know that. But again, we're looking at Argentina's largest and second largest private banks. Banco Galicia and Brubank have announced that they will allow customers to make crypto purchases. That's right. Bloomberg reported on Monday that a resounding 60% of respondents to an Argentinian poll asked for more access to crypto, which catalyzed the bank's decisions to begin allowing crypto trading, or as Bitcoin Zay called it years ago, capitulation. It is happening literally around the world right now. What else can you tell us about this story here with Argentina's two largest banks?
Oh, yeah. Worldwide capitulation. You love to see it. You don't have a choice. You only got a time preference. And affiliates at market research from America's Market Intelligence, Ignacio Carballo, tweeted confirmation on Tuesday with screenshots of his online interface. They support Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDC, and Ripple for purchases. The South American nation actually has the 6th highest crypto adoption rate in the world. And they estimate that 21% of Argentinians have used or own crypto by 2021. So this is only going to open the floodgates for more people. Some of the people that want to feel more safe, because if they think, hey, I don't want to use some random exchange made by Joe Blow and the crew, but I do trust this bank. If they allow crypto trading, it must be good. Just like we thought PayPal coming out with crypto trading was terrible, but people used it because they were like, well, I'm used to it. It's safe. And, they have some sort of legality behind them. So good news there. And again, there's 6 largest. I mean, the top 5 is not even the US. That's what people need to understand, is that we think in a very American way, but for the most part, most of the people using it are from other parts of the world. So this is great to see. Floodgates about to open, buddy.
There it is. What's going on, Timothy Grigsby in the chat? On another note, which is pretty funny, I'm seeing this. Reno Gamble said, "Give the people a choice of currency. Fiat currency would lose by its own design." I mean, that's the thing. This conversation is actually going to happen probably rather sooner than later as more self-regulation continues to happen. And that's the pushback to our government, where it's just like, hey, why are you all trying to force a currency on humans? Like, you can't, like, you really shouldn't be doing that. Like, let the free market decide. If people want to use seashells, then guess what? In 2022, we'll be using cowrie shells again, right? We'll be using seashells. If people want to use cash, we'll use cash. If it's gold, gold. If people want to barter, hey, man, I got this pack of medical cannabis for that gallon of milk, right? Or if people want to use Bitcoin and crypto, why are you trying to literally prosecute human beings, or persecute human beings over the value they want to denominate their value in? I don't understand that, except gang, baby. It's because we said so. That's why.
we ain't taking no competition over here. Ain't no competition.
That's why. Because I said so, punk. That's why.
Oh yeah. And see, King, yesterday it was funny. You didn't see, we were talking about Warren Buffett, and did you see that? Warren Buffett and your boy talking again.
Oh, did you cover that? Oh, I'm glad you
covered it. Yeah, man, that was hilarious, man. I mean, they answered the question. It was like, Bitcoin is going to undermine the Federal Reserve, and we need the Federal Reserve. Those two sentences right there, Bitcoin already won. They already know what's coming. They're just trying to protect their old legacy. But again, their combined age is 180 something. So I mean, come on, man.
Well, not only that, so I did see that. I couldn't watch the whole thing. I literally could not.
I just saw clips. Yeah.
And here's why I couldn't watch it. People, for one, here's a couple things. Warren Buffett, come on, man. Like, what you're doing to me should be market manipulation. It should be illegal. And the reason why is because he made the comparison. Hey, if you sell me all the farmland in the United States, you offer this. I can't even get a sentence out. You offer to sell me all the farmland. He said, if you offer to sell me 1% of all the United States farmland, let's say I'll put a valuation of $25 billion on that. He said, I'll give it to you right now. He said, or 1% of all apartments in the United States. Valuation, I give you 1% or 1% valuation, I give you 25 billion now. And his whole thing with Bitcoin, he said it doesn't do anything. Again, this is, and what's called Spencer did on his scam channel. Is like, you all keep looking at Bitcoin as an investment product. Like, that is your fault. That is your problem. Bitcoin and the technology's fault. Could you imagine actually, I would say, could you imagine, but Warren Buffett actually did it. He actually looked at the internet the same way. Yeah, the internet, with apartment buildings and land and let me do it for. He was like, apartments and land and I think. Yeah, you said the same thing about the internet. Like, literally, this guy said the same thing about the internet. People like, how
you missed the internet and you already a billionaire?
I watched him on the internet. I watched him make those comments on the internet. But my point is, he is still, like many people, looking at Bitcoin as just an investment. And why I understand, if you're up billions of dollars, then why would you look at anything else but investment? People, it is a technology. Again, the fact that you can send and receive value by using an algorithm is brand new. It works. Like, that technology is very powerful because, hey, if I want a bunch of money to fund a war in Ukraine to beat Russians, you can now donate in crypto. You can donate in Bitcoin. You couldn't do these things before. So again, the technology is more important than the vehicle as an investment. I wish these people get it. And last but not least, Warren Buffett, again, I don't know why people listen to his investment advice. He said, if I spent that same money and bought all the Bitcoin, he was like, he said, I wouldn't spend $25 buying all the Bitcoin in the world because I wouldn't be able to do anything with it, but sell it back. All right. So as an investment, as a business,
what's an investment?
If you get what's Bitcoin at the market cap right now? I don't even know. I haven't checked the market cap.
700 billion.
700 billion, right? If you get a $700 billion market cap product for $25, you don't know what to do with that?
Yeah.
You don't know what to do with a $700 billion market cap that you bought for $25. You'll have to sell it back to everyone. You're so upset. You'll have to sell back a $25 stock that's worth $700 billion in your words. Like, what are you talking about?
What a head ass. Yeah. And I was saying yesterday, they remind me of Mortimer and Randolph Duke. I was saying, me and you are Eddie Murphy. And we're going to trade places real soon.
hey, people, listen close. We are going to be trading places really soon. We'll just leave it there, okay? Hopefully, we'll be trading places really soon. We'll leave it there, Warriors. But that's right. Young Ears said, thank you, Young Ears, for this comment. The gents have a masterclass in crypto, while the entire crypto space has been a masterclass in human behavior. Crazy times. Let's see. Oh, Michael Kennedy. Shout out to Michael Kennedy. I'm glad you're in the chat, Michael Kennedy. Zay, something I actually want to bring up that I forgot to bring in the stories was the Phantom stuff. But Michael Kennedy said, sounds like I would be speaking for a few minutes at Consensus Conference. If anyone will be in Austin, look me up when Phantom has his stage time. Will you be in Consensus, Zay?
Yep, I'll be there. I'll be there the 9th and the 10th. So I won't be there the whole conference, but I'll be there the first 2 days. Yep.
All right, make sure we get some FaceTime with Michael Kennedy because he over there with Phantom. Hey, so speaking of Phantom, you been watching the Phantom news?
I have not.
So Phantom, I guess, price. I don't know if it's just the price. What I saw the headline today. Let me see. Phantom. I'll pull it up in a second. We'll cover it toward the end. But Michael, tell us your thoughts on what's going on with Phantom right now. I hear they're having some struggles. Yeah, Phantom shakes off fears of a catastrophic liquidation cascade. And they're saying it did crash, I guess, yesterday. I meant to actually bring that up at the beginning of the show. I'm gonna bring up this article really quick. Why did Phantom cryptocurrency just crash yesterday? It looks like. Again, Michael Kennedy, we would love your thoughts on it. But Phantom started April 22nd, 2022 at almost $1.70. And looks like it's trading around 75 cents now. That's kind of normal in the market for a lot of different stuff. But it looks like a few things have been exploited on the network. There you go. But I don't know.
It dropped down to like 40 cents, I thought.
Oh, did it go? Oh, so it did go lower.
And then it bounced back 40 or 50 cents. That's what it looks like. But I'm just eyeballing here from this.
Yeah, I didn't really pay that much attention to it. I saw the headline pop up yesterday, but I was running around. But Michael Kennedy, since you are with Phantom, let us know in the chat what's going on with that one. I know a lot of people like that project here. All right, let's talk Bitcoin miners. Bitcoin miners are in the news. Bitcoin miners rebuke claims made by U.S. Democratic legislators to EPA administrator. What? Oh, you got the heck. Let's give him a heck.
There we go. Finally, some pushback. Come on, man.
Hey, what's going on with this story, Bitcoin Day?
Oh, yeah. So the Bitcoin Mining Council, this was authored by Michael Saylor, Nick Carter, and Darren Feinstein. They allege that lawmakers can't tell the difference between a data center and a power plant.
Bang, bang, shots fired.
Bang, bang. Yeah, exactly. The United States EPA Administrator Michael Regan, he was sent a letter by the Bitcoin Mining Council, and it was seeking to rectify inaccuracies about Bitcoin mining and the environmental impact. This was penned by MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor, which you all know, and Castle Island Ventures partner Nick Carter. He's actually down here in Miami. He's been speaking about the environment, I think, since 2017. So it's kind of a moot point. And in particular, the authors said that the original letter, which was signed by Democratic Rep. Jared Huffman and 22 members of Congress, again, confuses data centers with power generation facilities. They put all of the inaccuracies, and this PDF is available right on Michael Saylor's page. You can look at it. Letter from the Bitcoin community to the Environmental Protection Agency. And again, this group, they're very well, billionaires, smart, all that's great. Sending this to the people that want to regulate the environment. As much as people don't want any centralization, there's only certain people they're gonna listen to, people. And when you get it from people like this, who are well-read, they have all the data, all the statistics. At this point, kind of got to listen to them. And I think that long-term Bitcoin mining will not be an environmental problem. It's not going to damage the, everything. But this is a political play in order to try and suppress Bitcoin mining. And then the change the code campaign, that's obvious as hell. That's the most political campaign I've ever seen, to change it to proof of stake. So thank them for fighting back for us, and definitely glad that they introduced the difference between proof of stake and proof of work. And if you're watching this and you don't understand, proof of stake rewards you for value you already have. Bitcoin and proof of work provides you for the value for what you provide. So that's what the difference is. And you can't just go with the same system we had before. So shout out to them.
Hey, and shout out to them, seriously. This was, again, self-regulation, people. Like, I don't, and again, this is the bootlickers, like, we need the government regulators, like Ned Flanders. No, we don't. Like, there are intelligent and competent people in the private sector, which is usually
somebody give me more rules.
What's that?
Somebody give me more rules.
Exactly. Please. Like, listen, you talk about self-regulation. You got Michael Saylor, a billionaire who's going all in on this. His eyes is on the product. You got local community members like myself and Bitcoin Zay, who's going all in on this. Our eyes are on the product. You got at this point kids who didn't going all in it, who watch this shit 24/7. There are literally a lot of kids right now, or young adults, I won't even say kids, young adults graduating high school or going through their senior, junior high school already saying, I'm not going to college, I'm getting into crypto. Like, this is a real thing happening. There's people dropping out of school to get into this. So I'm glad that we have self-regulation. I'm always going to be a proponent for it. I do agree with Bitcoin Zay. And again, this is why I mentioned last week the push for institutions is happening. Whether we like it or not, people, it is what it is. It is what it is. Just know that. But I like how they're calling out the government on this, or Congress. Data centers which contain miners are no different than data centers owned and operated by Amazon, Apple, Google, Meta, and Microsoft. Because they're saying power generation facilities are not data centers because they're confusing the two, and they're right. A miner is merely industry terminology for a specialized computer server operating inside a data center. And yeah, like they literally said mining is generating power. That's not true. It's using energy, but it's not generating power. And I agree with the self-regulatory body here with the Bitcoin mining, what is it, BMC? This is just a regular data center. So if you're going to tax them and charge them, do everything different than them, just because they're making more money than the rest, and go to Amazon, Apple, Google, and do the same play. But we know that's not going to happen. So second thing I like about this is what self-regulation looks like, people. I would love to see how long that document from Congress is. But in our self-regulatory document, 11 pages, straight to the point. And I want to pretty much guarantee, I even looked at this thing, I pretty much guarantee the last page is probably going to be referenced or something. Oh, look at that. Didn't even read it, Zay. Would you look at that? We're looking at 8 pages.
Yeah, 8 pages with a couple references.
So 7 pages. This is what I like about self-regulation right here. And this is why the government doesn't want it. You know why? Because a document like this will unfuck everyone. It will unconfuse everyone, and things will make sense. That's not what you want when you're running a derivatives play. You want people to be confused. You want them to not know what's going on.
You want 100-page diatribes about all this other shit that doesn't matter. If somehow we come up with Bitcoin was 8 pages or 9 if you count the end, and then this was the same. Like, it doesn't take that much to explain your point if it works.
And this is what you were mentioning, like they said, given that proof of stake and proof of work are qualitatively different, is misleading to refer to proof of stake as more efficient form of proof of work, since it does not achieve the same thing. And this is my question when it comes to Congress and stuff. We're sending these letters to the EPA, moving the way they've been moving when it comes to regulators. Is it incompetence or are they in on it? And either way, it doesn't matter. As you said before, with the road to hell is paved with good intentions or something, like, it doesn't matter. They're not at the level where they should be like consulting, talking about it, giving guidance, giving regulations, giving notes to the EPA or to the SEC. They're at none of that. None of these people are at a level where they should be doing it. Put it like this. Would you let them manage your portfolio? Would you let them manage your Bitcoin and crypto portfolio? And I guarantee the overwhelming majority of you would say no. You'll let a YouTuber do it before Congress or SEC or something. So why are they dictating guidelines? That should not be the way this thing is going, but it is right now. So we'll continue to keep an eye on the market.
Hey, anytime you see that, remember this. I'm gonna put this link in there. In May 31st, 1999, dig more coal, the PCs are coming. And that was an article about how much energy use that computers and the internet was going to use. And it's going to burn up a lot of fossil fuel as we sit on the internet right now, 22 years later, still using it even more. Again, this is what I'm talking about when they try and scare you and try and make it seem like it's for the environment. Oh, it's going to kill the earth. It's going to kill the earth. The earth is much stronger than the humans. Trust me. It's going to stay around much longer than us. We're fine.
Satoshi Sum said that's prophetic. I can never say that word. You don't have a choice. You only have a time preference. He said, you know, that might be the new shirt for Bitcoin. You don't have a choice. You only have a time preference. Oh yeah, that is a bar. Let's see what's going on. KB Kung Fu Crypto said Debo. Movado said messing with my Bitcoins like messing with my emotions, Smokey. Yes, smash that like and share for sure. Thank you, Reno Gamble. Michael Kennedy said barter is king. Phil Gomes is laughing at me because I said I couldn't watch the whole thing. I really couldn't though, people. Like, I really tried to watch the whole thing. It's frustrating to see a guy worth billions of dollars that literally the entire mainstream looks up to for his investment knowledge tell you that, hey, something that has a $700 billion market cap that I can get for $25, I wouldn't want because there's nothing that I can't do anything with it.
Terrible advice.
Like, come on, man.
Come on.
Like,
even the most conservative investor would take that bet.
But it's come on, man. Like,
it's just him trying to say how much value it has to him. He says has no value. Fine. Value's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, exactly. Like, my thing is, and it was crazy. He sounded just like which called for before it was exposed that he was already in the crypto. What's the old boy from JP Morgan? Dino Diamond?
Dino Diamond.
He sounded just like him because he started off as you always said, why are you talking about your ex then? You sound like a bitter ex. He started off saying, you know, I really don't like talking about it. I probably really shouldn't, but I guess I'm going to talk about it. What's she do to you? I've never heard Bitcoin say something to Warren Buffett. I heard Tron try to buy you up, but I've never heard Bitcoin. Oh, we need Warren Buffett for X, Y, and Z. Why are you talking about this community? We never talk about you and your traditional 1942. My daddy gave me $5,000 and I bought Pepsi, and all of a sudden I'm a genius. We don't talk about that every day. Stay on that side of the fence, dog. Real work is happening over here. We don't got 100 analysts. All right, real work is happening.
I don't even converse with niggas from Nebraska.
You know what I'm saying? Don't worry, talking about buying up farmland, bro. We talking about buying up the internet, all right? Come on, man.
We talk about interstellar payment organizations and structures. Nigga.
Tell me what farming company is bigger than a technology company? What are you talking about right now, bro? Like, the only reason farmland is even as valuable as it is right now is because of technology. Like the shit you can do with farmlands that you couldn't do back in the day. You used to have to wait seasons to plow them fields. What?
Now I can have chicken in one day. That's what I mean. Like, I love America.
The biggest chicken you ever want, too. What size you want to be? Let's see. Reno Gamble said, of course, the best players, quote unquote, of the game are crying foul. And that's my thing. It's just like, whatever, though. Somebody said they swear they don't get notification. I've been trying to Google and figure out what's wrong with the notifications. I think it truly might be one of those like little shout out bands, but it is what it is. We're not too worried, people. Let's see, what else do we have going on? Bitcoin is disruptive to the traditional financial system, of course. Let's see. He said I laugh because I watched him make those comments on the internet. Zay is going to be the new spokesperson for Newegg. Why? What happened with that, Zay?
I don't know. What happened with Newegg? They hiring somebody? Shit, if anything, it's gonna be King. Huh? I said, if anything, it's gonna be you.
That's why I was like, maybe he means me. He said,
I said, maybe me King. I was saying, you already.
I'm like, you didn't tell me Newegg did. What's happening, dogs?
I said, I was about to say, I was like, Newegg, isn't that what you did?
Right. That's what I thought something did. Let's see. Miami Coin Me just got 260,000 more. I feel like a Sheba millionaire. Hilarious. Yeah, we all up in there. I saw somebody else mention something about it. Miami Coin and New York City coins are shutting down for maintenance in 2 days. Is that true?
Yeah. City Coins 2.0 upgrade. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There it is. Let's see. Phantom. Okay. Level Super Mario said he sold out Phantom, but people had FUD after that happened. All right. Michael Kennedy said he's still holding the Phantom bags and will be getting more unless something really drastically changes the amount of building being done on it. Okay. Thanks for that input, Michael. We appreciate that. Let's see. Yes, City Coins updating the protocol. Lisa Soul Level Healing said, I want an HBO drama series on crypto mining. It was great meeting them at the Bitcoin conference. That would be actually pretty interesting. The miners of crypto. Speaking of crypto, crypto.com slumps 30% as staking rewards are slashed. The world's 6th largest exchange has shot itself in the foot by announcing substantial reductions and rewards for its Visa card holders, causing Crow price to tank. Here's the thing, people. I didn't even look at this article yet. The reason why I brought it up because I can pretty much break down this article without looking at it from the headline. Here's why it happened. These platforms, we keep telling you what they're doing. And low-key, Bitcoin Cash tried to do this too, in a sense, with Bitcoin.com and stuff. They put a lot of money toward marketing, advertising, all that, and they offer incentives to bring volume to the platform. That does not give the platform actual value. It gives it value in terms of price point. You can make money, whatever, but in terms of actual value, it doesn't. And shout out to, I can't remember who said it, was at the conference, was like, hey, just tell me, have you ever met anybody who worked at crypto.com? I can't remember who said it, but it was a crypto. There was a crypto.com bashing going on at the conference, and somebody was like really putting it in perspective. We brought up, we knew it too. We're like, they rebranded from Monaco, who knows who owns it, and somebody was like, oh, we were made to mention like they don't even have an exchange in the United States yet they're promoting here so heavy. And somebody was like, do you know anybody that works there? And they was like, do you not think that's weird that people that work everywhere in every other company but this company?
I met the president one time. And that was at City Hall. That was some more like high level stuff. But other than that, no, haven't.
But the reason why I'm bringing this up, people, for those that we always use the word degenerates. For those who are new to the space, degenerates in the space are people basically who don't stick to just the Bitcoin or at the very least, Bitcoin, Ethereum path to life. They like to jump into every new thing that pops up. And some of the things that pop up are the staking. When you're talking about staking, farming, the collateralized loans and stuff, the way you get people on those platforms is by offering incentives, right? Usually when those incentives run out, when you can't get 30% APR or 100% or whatever it is, usually people leave those platforms and just jump to the next one. It's like they call them DeFi pirates and all this stuff. I'm one of them myself. But I say that because if you actually done this and you understand how it works, you can kind of understand the life cycle of these projects and companies. And from there, you can kind of see the life cycle of their token if they have one. And this is what essentially happens. We saw it happen with Matic. Luckily, Polygon has been able to still show its value, right? Polygon as layer 2 has value. People actually like Matic using it, especially for those collateralized loans. So it has its place and it has its value. But we saw that thing slip by a lot. Once remember they gave the $40 million rewards when they first launched, Aave version 2 or whatever. And as soon as that $40 million dried up, a lot of people left the platform overnight. So I think we're also seeing this here. But again, we're talking about crypto exchange, crypto.com announced severe reductions to Chronos staking rewards for most tiers of its Visa prepaid card, which has forced the token price to fall around 30% in less than a week. And again, this is why this is dangerous when you do these rewards and do these campaigns, is because, yeah, you can have that slow growth and slow build up, or you can have that accelerated growth and build up, but then this is going to happen on the back end. And the Sunday blog post explained that card rewards will be reduced by an average of 69.5%, woo, and 100% on its lowest tier Midnight Blue card to ensure long-term sustainability. Again, I'm not mad at crypto.com because they're right. That is the way to ensure long-term sustainability. And I even mentioned, I just met with a company folks yesterday, and that's one of the things I'm looking to do with on a certain platform that has a certain APR. That's all I'll say. It's a certain platform that has a certain APR that's very popular. I'm in talks. I want to standardize it. If it was up to me, I'll standardize gas prices in America. It will always be a certain price. It will never be high. It will never be low. It'll just be normal. I want to standardize at least one or two of the APRs and ROIs on a couple of popular platforms. That way, no matter what, you can kind of expect it'll be 6%. You can expect it will always be 4%, 8%, whatever that number is, it will stay. But on the flip side, you want to get the highs when the highs are high, but you also want to catch the lows when the lows are low. But on this higher tier Obsidian card, which requires at least $400,000 in CRO to be staked, rewards will drop from 8% to 5%. And again, for those who decide to stake $400,000 in CRO for this card, thought that they would be getting this APR back. And literally, once they took it off in a blog post, not even in a PR announcement, in a freaking blog post, you literally saw your $400,000, 30% of that disappear overnight.
Oh, yeah. And
that's what happens when you park your money into projects with less value but more money. What are your thoughts on this?
Oh man, when you look at the
that's got 400,000.
69. Hold on, let me get the screen real quick. 69 and a half, 100%. Jesus Christ. I was like, first of all, if you're gonna do something like that, as far as cutting it down, one of the things you gotta do is you gotta have the ability to get that money back. When I heard that
I saw you gotta put the sound on for those who are listening to the podcast. It was Kevin Hart basically saying damn when he heard some news.
Oh yeah. Well, the biggest thing here is that person that has $400,000 CRO stake, not only did you lose 30% of the value of that 400,000, you also got a drop in the amount that's staked. And the idea you said, as far as having a lifetime guarantee, this is how much you get back. I would say, why not just say, hey, we will always have double the APY of the biggest bank. Whatever the highest bank APY is, we always gonna stay double. You
could keep it simple.
That's how you get the institutional people like, look, we're not gonna promise you 8, 10, 15%, but if institutions are only gonna give you 1.5, we will always stay at 3.
I can get you 3.
I'll get you 3. Yeah, every time. We always gonna stay double the highest bank, no matter what it is. So that way, that'll put pressure on banks. They can keep raising it if they want. That's perfect, because then we'll just keep doing the same thing, and then they'll have to adjust to the fact that they actually are not liquid enough. So, I mean, people, they like crypto.com. I told people a long time ago, I don't really, go with crypto.com simply because of the rebrand stuff and some of the stuff they did to get started and some of the insider stuff. But again, everything they're doing, you can do on Gemini, you can do on Coinbase, you can do on whatever your favorite exchange is now. They all got cards, they all got staking. So this is what competition does, unfortunately for them. So we'll see how they bounce back, but hopefully people didn't lose too much who were, because I know some people are bragging like, oh yeah, I'm sticking with crypto.com forever. How can it lose? And I'm like, there's a few ways, and this is the start of one of them.
Well, not only that, here's something else I want to bring up that I didn't even realize happened. It looks like a couple months ago now. Crypto Crow is now Cronus. They rebranded their token. People, this is what you got to understand. Like, look, if you come from a good family, you don't change your last name, right? Like, if you come from a good region, a good country, if you got a standing, you don't move.
Yeah.
The Queen of England didn't come to America when Christopher Columbus came and started killing people, right? She stayed her ass there, or the king, whoever was there at the time. They was like, our country's better. We're gonna stay. They didn't say, oh man, my goodness gracious, we need new lands. We can bring our royal family over here now that you've conquered it. No, they was like, y'all can keep that shit, we good over here. My point is that why are they doing so many rebrands? I don't get it. They said, of course, here the rebrand reflects the decentralization of the coin and tremendous growth of Chronos ecosystem. If it's so decentralized, who rebranded it? But no, again, I didn't even know this happened. This is back in February 18th. Crypto.org announced the Crow coin went to the Chronos EVM chain. It was rebranded to Chronos to reflect the decentralized nature of Crow. All right, whatever. Maybe that's true, maybe not, but whatever. Looking at the actual price point of Chronos, let's go ahead and see how this thing is shaping up. That looks like a big red dip right there. Woo! I can tell you now, right here, November, when the price was at its all-time high of 80 some, like 90 cent, almost 91, 92 cent. If you remember, that's when they actually started doing the farming of their token, or wherever the staking of their token. I think that's when that actually started. I remember getting those emails. So that's my point, people. They offered a bonus and incentive. It shoots up. It goes crazy. Of course, they renamed the house that Kobe built, Staples Center. So that all happened around the same time. That's that pump right there. And then people are like, all right, so what do you do? Well, you don't have exchange in the US. You don't have any real businesses in the US. Well, what do you do? Oh, you can't explain it? Wait, there's no representatives? Wait, what? And we're going right back. Another rebrand? Like, what happened to the rebrand? What day was it? February 18th? What happened on the 18th?
Nothing.
Price went down. Nothing.
Basically, nothing happened. Yeah.
The rebrand didn't help anything.
I don't think they'll go away for good, but again, you got to look at the actual data and statistics, man. It's not. They're not going away.
They renamed the arena. They'll be here. But again, like Zay said, look at the data statistics, and then this kind of helps you when you see the next new project. There will be another one that does the exact same thing. 30% rewards, this and other. Just know that you have a finite time. That's the only lesson here, is that you have a finite time to get in there and make that money. This isn't the future of crypto. This is just another way to make more Bitcoin. Okay. Maybe that should be a shirt too. This isn't the future of crypto. It's another way to make more Bitcoin. Let's see what else do we have in the comments. Really quick, I saw some good ones start rolling in again. JG Wentworth said, incompetence. Make sure you all check out Crypto and Down tonight at 5 p.m. as well. They'll be live today. But he's calling it incompetence on their part also. That's what I think as well. All right, last but not least, Apecoin integrates with Polygon amid NFT mint backlash and speculation. What's going on with Apecoin and this Polygon partnership?
Oh, yeah. So yesterday we discussed the Yuga Labs release, which went terribly on Ethereum, and gas fees went haywire. The follow-up to that, Apecoin DAO member Yatsiu said that there is currently no discussion regarding an exclusive chain for Ape. However, they announced its integration with the sidechain Polygon after the recent Yuga Labs minting incident that led to a new speculation for a new chain for Ape. So one of the things in Stacks that I want to tell people about is that they're looking at app chains and hyper chains as a way to mitigate all of that congestion and to keep fees low. Polygon is doing a great job of making fees low and scaling, something that Ethereum hasn't been able to do. And I think that Apecoin saw the shit show yesterday or this weekend and was like, yeah, we don't want to go through that. So we're going to use Polygon in order to mint Apecoin. And usually Polygon releases are pretty smooth, and they give you the ability to purchase these goods without high gas fees, because gas fees are killing people right now. So hopefully this works out for them. And again, Apecoin is all the hype right now because of the Bored Ape Yacht Club. So hopefully they figure it out. But Polygon, I keep telling people, I'm like, Polygon is how you layer 2 better than your layer 1. It seems like Polygon is getting it done, and Ethereum struggling right now. But we'll see how it turns out.
There it is. And again, I was actually watching that the drop because I was actually interested in getting it because I was all right. A quick blue chip alpha, they do it right. I was like, quick flip, right? Everybody can buy into it. You already know that the floor is going to be higher than what average person can buy into. So I was like, whatever, I might do a quick flip. Zay, I watched this drop. And I saw an article come out today where people were actually saying it may have been some manipulation and unfair. Strong, it looked like a government contract that just hit. Government contract with $50 million need to have a 20-page prospectus written up, and then within 5 minutes of it being listed, it's like Phil. It's like, oh, really? Somebody did all that work in 5 minutes.
Come on.
So I was looking at the drop as well. And literally I just saw the prices flip and everything was just essentially sold at the moment of the drop. Like I was tripping. I was like scrolling back up on the side, like, how is this possible? So yeah, that was a bad drop in general. But to me, that's what happens. Like, it's the same people who just drop something, right?
Mm-hmm.
People, you don't see the hustle?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the same ones. Yeah, every same.
Who doesn't see the hustle?
Yeah, the people who want to get rich off Apecoin and Bored Apes and metaverse projects. But again, keep telling y'all, it's fun to play around in the casino, but if you lose all your chips, can't do shit for you, brother.
Let's see. Crypto Chief said best channel on YouTube. Thank you. Young heirs, Bitcoin mining data centers use massive airflow for cooling their hardware, where conventional DCs use much more electricity to mechanically cool their operations. Yes, and I'm about to feel terrible saying this. I think I said I have it for you last week, guys. So I'll work on it. Honestly, in the background, there's a lot of stuff going on, but I will work on it. But yes, the mining center, I do have the video, and you're right. They actually just use airflow, people. They use the cold air or the hot summer air for the most part. To cool the hardware in the actual mining facility. They don't use a lot of machines to do that. So you're right. Traditional data centers probably do use more electricity to mechanic. Like, yeah, you're right. Like an Amazon server center, they definitely using air conditioning. They're not risking no airflow on that shit. So I get what you're saying. They probably are using more electricity. That's crazy. Oh, Michael Kennedy was laughing. Said that was a joke in regards to us switching places for you doing new ad and me doing. All right, that makes it hilarious. A lot of people saying they don't get alerts. Yeah, we have no idea. Why don't you guys get a text list for SMS notifications when you go live? Some of us would sign up for that. Okay, something to consider.
Yeah,
I like that. Something to consider. We'll figure it out.
I mean, we could. Yeah, it's just once you start getting to the SMS stuff too, you start getting a lot of bots. Well, it depends, but yeah.
Maybe we can do it. I don't know. We'll figure out a way. People.
Maybe get a closed group. Yeah.
It's the only thing about it is that people right now just kind of feels like, you know, people are getting spread and so thin in different directions. It's kind of tough. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Let's see. Cliff BTC said, I think I'm about to switch my DCA into stacks and stack for 10% Bitcoin until Bitcoin begins to pump again. Any thoughts, D-Gens? Any thoughts, Zay?
I mean, 10% is good, and stacks is definitely being used for NFTs and DeFi now. So I keep telling, just like we just did DeFi chain, they're building on Bitcoin. I keep telling people DeFi is going to end up on Bitcoin. You can't have decentralized finance if the base layer is weak. You can't build a mansion on sand. I don't know what y'all think y'all doing these other projects, but they keep getting hacked for a reason. I promise you, you're going to see all the DeFi move, and stacks is already there. So not a bad play. 10% is good too. Dana
Dane said, I never even received my Crow Ruby card back in 2020. People, this would mean like when people think we shit on their projects. Oh, that's what I was gonna say earlier too on Twitter. Somebody like was saying some best crypto show, some other show, and somebody was like, shout out to whoever who shouted us out. It was like the gentleman of crypto is, and the guy was like, you spelled Bitcoin wrong. And then they responded. They was like, no, they really shit on. They really shit on altcoins like 90% of the time though. So
people don't get this whole show is a satire of the.
They don't get it, bro.
They don't get it yet. But that's why I laugh when people bring it. I'm like, bro, we've literally found a way to bring in all the crypto people to talk with us, and then we give our opinions, they give theirs. The problem is if you just shut out everybody, man, just no shit coins on everything. That's kind of boring, man. Because I really don't want to talk to only Bitcoin people all the time. This shit is boring, bro. I'm gonna take
people, when like if it was up to Zay when we started, this would be a Maximus show. Believe that, all rip. Like we've been talking technical stuff, straight Bitcoin and mining. That would have been like the majority of the show. And as I told Zay, when I first partnered with him and started working on, hey, bro, I don't even understand. I'm smart, so you got to slow down. Like nobody gonna understand it. It was for people. It was marketing to say the crypto. We saw, of course, how big the entire crypto market would be and how that would interest people, but we still rocking bees, folks. Still rocking bees. All right, big bees, baby, big bees. Let's see. Please explain the difference between APY and APR interest rates. So here's the thing. Those are interchangeable in the crypto space. So it's really platform specific. Traditionally, one's talking about an actual yield, what you will make throughout the year, essentially, the annual percentage yield. And the other one is the rate, essentially what they would charge you. However, on some platforms, they make those interchangeable and they use it different ways. So you kind of need to make sure, because again, if it's platform specific, it's by the coder. The coder's in a different country. He considers APY to be the opposite of what APR is, or vice versa, the same thing, and that's the way they're going to code it. But traditionally, you just got to check the platforms. They make it so that one is what you can expect to gain throughout the entire year. So 20% APY or 100%, whatever. And one is the rate at which you'll be charged, especially on the loan sites. But again, it is definitely site specific in this space. So make sure you're watching that clearly. Let's see. I just watched Pennyworth and Alfred from Batman Ghost of Queen of England. That's hilarious. Let's see. Any good comments you see before we leave, Zay?
Nah. Well, Rambling Roy, shout out to the tip. Discovered this channel about a month ago. Thank you for the reality checks and gut punches. I see this whole space differently now. Thanks, gentlemen.
For sure, for sure. People, and this is why the education part is important, because with the education, you don't need to follow some trader telling you about some new Doge, Floki, eCoin, whatever. You can say, oh no, we've analyzed this before. We've seen a Dogecoin to $1. We've seen a Shiba taking over a crypto space, right? You can keep pumping all you want. But before that, it used to be something called DigiByte and Dash. People, this, it's like we've seen these things happen again. Once you see it, again, you can kind of change your stakeholder decisions as you move forward. All right, last couple comments, Zay. What you got? I'm looking through the comments in case we got anything else. What you got for us today?
Nothing left, but I do got to give a shout out to my favorite show of all time, The Wire. Keep it boring, Stringer. For my man Prop Joe.
You said keep what?
Keep it boring.
Oh,
that's how you keep it boring.
We broke, baby. Ruel Black said that Mint was a dumpster fire and full of failed promises by Yuga Labs. I made a video on it. Okay, can't wait to see that. Let's see. There we go. All right, that's the things about it. Remember to purchase Masterclass if you already have not checked it out. Also, I would say DeFi Chain, as Bitcoin Zay mentioned, we did a review on DeFi Chain. Thank you, DeFi Chain, sponsor today's show. We'll be releasing that video right after this in a few hours. So make sure you're on the lookout for that. If you haven't noticed, there's been a lot of DeFi platforms coming through. So make sure you see what they're doing and how they can kind of change what's going on. Other than that, I'm looking at the last comments. I don't think we have anything. Crypto and Down tonight. Stack, they'll be having a quick TA show come on today as well. William Long Crypto will be back with us next week. And then again, we'll be having that DeFi video also. So as always, make sure you smash that like and share. And if you're not getting those notifications, just come check us out on the channel and you'll surely see all the new shows coming through as well. Other than that, smash that like and share. We'll see you all tomorrow with some more crypto news. Cheers.
Cheers.